Can you give us a few more details about what a mucusless diet system is?
Sure. Let me give you a quick a rundown. We kind of already went into that. So
Okay.
the point number one of the system is certain foods produce mucus, and when this mucus builds up, it's very fertile ground for the growth of bacteria. It hampers different metabolic processes. It throws everything out of whack. And I'm not going to go into a lot of details because we are running out of time here, unfortunately. But mucus and the buildup of mucus is actually the missing link and the link that we're going to be talking about between obesity and cancer. And again, I'm using the exaggerated terms to make my point, which is the link between weight gain and disease. Mucus plays very important role here. How and why and how it works. Again, this is why we have the video series. We're not going to get into this today. I just want you to walk away with the idea is that when you hear mucus, think that it is a precursor of both cancer and obesity, disease and weight gain. Another thing that Ahred noticed is that our vitality and our ability to, thrive, build muscle, have energy, succeed, is not only derived from food. He called it, we have an air gas engine. We also derive energy from air and sunshine. And at his time, I'd say it was a theory of sorts. Now we have studies, we can go and look at the studies done in Chinese medicine, in Ayurveda, and the whole legacy of medicines, again, that were excluded when the modern medicine was developing. At the time of Ehret, when we've just junked the dark ages, embraced industrial evolution, we're using the quick and easy approach without building on old legacies. We want innovation. Innovation's going to peter out pretty quick because we are ignoring a lot of stuff. It's like saying, hey, I'm going to invent a smartphone, but I don't need the studies of Edison on electricity. So basically, that's what the approach did at that point. So now that we have the legacies of those medicines, we understand how energy is a big part of our metabolism, a big part of our vitality, and how important it is to take it into consideration. So we kind of transition from Arnold Ehret's air gas engine concept to the concept of energies that were studied in Chinese and Ayurvedic medicine again. Then a role of good sugars. I preach a lot about sugar actually not being evil. So Ehret digs a lot into the benefits of sugar. Everybody wants to talk about the evils of sugar, and there are such, especially, in certain circumstances. But let's talk about the other side. Let's talk about the benefits of sugar. How does that connect? Is there evil in sugar? Or is there good, or is there both, or does it depend on what kind of sugar? So that's another concept. Another thing that I'd like to mention about Ehret's diet, and that kind of takes us back to what we were talking about with Laura, is that in Ehret's mucusless diet, he isolates meat. Well, he isolates a lot of foods that cause mucus correctly, such as processed foods, for instance. But he also adds meats and protein products in the same system, or in the same approach, that those are mucus causing foods that need to be excluded. So now what we know with metabolic studies, I would say he's only 50% correct there, because that is true for the people with his type of metabolism, which is predominantly sugar type, carb type metabolism. That would not hold true for the other half approximately half of the population whose metabolic pattern is different. Another thing to keep in mind is what kind of meats, kind of like what kind of sugar, also what kind of meats. And again, we're not going to get into this right now. I'm just giving you a preview of what the video series are going to be about. So it's just another subject that we're going to discuss.